7 Eyewitness News I-Team is being denied critical information about police officers who are disciplined for wrongdoing. They had internal rulings against them, but they are still on the job and you are still paying their salaries. I-Team investigator Ed Dranch looks at how these agencies are hiding behind a state law.
Request after request, denial after denial. What would you have to do to even get this documentation?
Well, you would have to change the law.
New York state law is stopping the 7 Eyewitness News I-Team from getting you critical information about how police officers and sheriff's deputies are disciplined by their respective departments.
Here you're just talking about stats.
Mickey Ostreicher is a media lawyer in Buffalo.
The whole idea is for the public to be able to receive that information, for them to be able to be informed. It basically just undermines that when so many of these requests are denied.
Open record laws impact real people. Take, for instance, what happened in Bakersfield, California.
The I-Team digging into sustained findings of sexual assault by Bakersfield police officers while on the job.
We're able to hear an officer's own admission to sexting a woman he had just met on a call and masturbating while on duty in a patrol car, only after reporters filed an official open records request to get that tape.
I believe I'm a good officer and I made a stupid choice.
He resigned as a result, and in Denver,
photos of deputies who were supposed to be at home sick. Instead, the deputies got tagged in the post in Las Vegas.
those deputies lost 10% of their taxpayer-funded salaries for 10 pay periods. Jace Larson is the investigative reporter who broke that story.
What we're asking for is information after the case is concluded. We want to know, what did our officials do to investigate a case, and then what's the outcome? The public is best served when they have the facts.
So why doesn't New York State want you to know if someone you pay is doing something wrong? The law says it's a personnel record and is used to evaluate performance toward continued employment or promotion.
It's unfortunate because I think it creates, rather than an air of openness and transparency, it creates, what are you hiding?
It's not just law enforcement. The same law applies to firefighters, corrections officers, paramedics, and people working as peace officers. In last year's annual report sent to Governor Cuomo and lawmakers in Albany, the State Committee on Open Government noted, quote, "It is ironic that public employees having the most authority over people's lives are the least accountable relative to disclosure of government records. This situation is untenable." If they're not releasing these documents, who's providing the oversight?
It's pretty much the fox minding the henhouse. I think it's really going to be a matter of the public saying, we've had enough. We want these laws changed so that there's an accountability.
In fairness, I reached out to each one of these law enforcement agencies we requested discipline documents from to see if they'd do an on-camera interview with me about the civil law. The answer was either no, or I never got a phone call back. So what's being done about this? There's at least one Western New York lawmaker working to make a difference and change the law. You'll hear from her tomorrow morning on 7 Eyewitness News as part of our continuing I-Team coverage. For the I-Team Ed Dranch, 7 Eyewitness News.